Hi and welcome to the video. I'm Dame and this is Dame Over, and in today's Destiny 2 video we are having a look at one of the brand new exotic weapons, Coldheart. If you guys find this video useful or entertaining, then make sure you hit that like button before you go. So let's jump to it. There are a couple of interesting things to know about Coldheart. Firstly, it's got its own weapon type. It's classified as a trace rifle, the meaning of which I will show you very shortly. And secondly, this new weapon classification doesn't affect the new infusion process. You'd normally have to infuse a hand cannon with another hand cannon, or a pulse rifle with a pulse rifle, etc. But Coldheart, as far as infusion goes, comes under the auto rifle category. Now, I've not seen another trace rifle weapon in the game so far, and as it is an exotic, it could well be one of a kind. So make sure you hold on to those high-level auto rifles so you can use Coldheart in PvE activities. So let's take a quick look at Coldheart and check out its weapon perks. So I'll start from the right-hand side. We've got hand-laid stock, which means the stability is quite high, which is fantastic. Gonna skip this one for a second. We've got enhanced battery, which means it's got an increased magazine size, taking it up to 101. Don't know what the original would be. And extended barrel, meaning the range has been increased and the handling speed again has been increased, which, as you can see, the range and stability stats are quite high on this weapon. And cold fusion, which means this weapon shoots a steady cold fusion powered laser. It literally is a laser beam, very similar to Doctrine of Passing from Destiny 1. But the most important weapon perk is this one here, Longest Winter, meaning that Coldheart's laser does exponentially more damage the longer it remains on a target. That means if it starts with 30 damage, let's say from the beginning, it ticks over for I'm not sure how long, but let's say it's a second. The next second it will go up to 60, the next second after that the damage will go up to 120, and so on and so forth until you run out of ammo or stop hitting the target. So how does Coldheart feel to play with? Well, as I mentioned just there, the range and stability are very high. It caught me out a few times just how far away you can be to use Coldheart before the range drop off really affects it, and the high stability is what makes it feel like the high rate of fire, low damage auto rifles in Destiny 1. There isn't very much to struggle with in terms of recoil unless you're trying to use it from long range, which can still be very effective in PvE activities, but as far as PvP goes, you'll want to have your targets at the same sort of range as you would with any other auto rifle. But what's really great about Coldheart is that you can push that range a little bit further. It gives you a bit of an edge against other auto rifles as their damage drops off, whereas yours, as long as you're hitting the target, only goes up over time. My friends and I tried a few of us running it as our energy weapon at the same time, and we were able to shut down other players surprisingly quickly when we shot together, but even when you go one-on-one, the time to kill is still very fast. And if you can maintain contact with the beam, then it's a very difficult weapon to beat, with the exception of coming up against a fusion rifle or a shotgun. Like all of the energy weapons, it's an excellent counter to someone using a super, and as your damage stacks over time, you can usually shut down or at least dramatically weaken your opponent. For PvE, it's a great choice against enemies with shields, as you'll take the shield down and then your damage will continue to be boosted. Try targeting yellow bars or using it to lay down DPS on a boss. After all, it is a laser beam and understandably it absolutely melts. Where it is most useful in PvE is in the Nightfall activity, which for those of you that don't know, has a rotating boost to damage type. It's an excellent choice for taking out sub-bosses to complete a section or just for laying down DPS on the final boss. If you use it correctly, Coldheart can be a real clutch weapon. So those are my thoughts on Coldheart. What do you guys make of this new exotic weapon? Let me know in the comments below. If you had a good time, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button too. Feel free to share this video with whoever and wherever you like. And until next time, that's Dame Over. Peace.